ما أريد من هذا الشعب إلا أن يزيد في الحمد والشكر إلى الله عز وجل، ويزيد من محبة الوطن، ويزيد من العمل ومضاعفة العمل لما يسعى فيه من خير له وللدولة والأهل. هذا اللي أنا أدوره من الشعب، وربنا إن شاء الله يوفقنا جميعا على ما يحب ويرضى.
تقرب منازلها إلا محب زايد أسسها واليوث وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد. إلا دار زايد لا تقرب حماها لا تقرب منازلها إلا محب زايد أسسها واليوث وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد. نحنا شعوب لها نفدى تراها نبذل الغالي لها دوم ونهب.
I think rulers of UAE have been absolutely inspiring. They have given us the freedom, the openness of their hearts and welcomed us as expats. They have encouraged us to score high. The government services themselves are an inspiration of efficiency, which we all look up to. And all this is done with a vision. And that vision is so inspiring. It's absolutely what makes you or anyone else thrive and flourish. So my deep gratitude to the rulers of UAE, and I cannot thank you enough, and my prayers are with you in these difficult times, and you have already shown exceptional leadership by motivating us, continuing to make us feel safe in today's environment, and I promise we will remain here till our last breath. We've got flags outside our houses. We feel proud of the safety and security of this country, and I'm pretty sure, like they say, every storm passes, this one too shall pass. And thank you from deep-hearted gratitude for all at Constellation, leading by myself and my staff here. We've got offices in 4 out of the 7 Emirates in UAE, and we are feeling absolutely motivated and safe and ready to do anything this country needs us to do in the future. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, and welcome again to another episode of your favorite program, Pearls of Union, in the heart of Dubai, where the story begins. In today's episode, we have a very special guest with us, Captain Zarir. Hello, Captain.
Thank you. Hi, good morning.
Good morning. We are happy to have you here with us.
Thank you very much. Me too.
Captain Zarir, before we begin our main focus in the interview, first we would like to know more about you as a person, your academic background, and as we can see behind the scenes, the things which you have get recently from your success and so on. Can you speak about that a little bit, please?
Thank you very much for the question. First of all, let me tell you, I'm honored to be on your program today. It's a privilege. Also, I must say that the best introduction to me, about me, is somebody who has walked the earth just like you, just like anybody else, a simple human being who cares about everyone around, including the little creatures that we walk on. So caring is very important, and those who know me in the industry, my family, know that if they give me a call, they will hear good, compassionate voice who will be willing to help. And so kindness and giving is very important. Like my father says, money can be earned, but respect is a questionable entity. It cannot be bought, it has to be given to you by the others who are around you, whom you touch and experience your life with. But a little bit going behind, I actually went away to sea as a 19-and-a-half-year-old lad who was doing his BSc in geology. And before my third year BSc results were out, I found myself on a ship. Thanks to a dear friend who is still a dear friend. We go biking together, who gave me a small letter to his cousin saying that get me a job on a ship. And that is how it begins. That was the day, and 14 years later, I saw myself wearing 4 stripes in command of large bulk carrier ships, transiting the world, and sailing with my lovely wife for almost 5 years together, including our son. When he first joined us, our ship together, he was only 14 months old. So until 3 months he was with us. Of course, he used to get off and on, not continuously. So that was that, and then came a moment of truth where he had to go to school. And kindergarten was where my wife had to be with him, so she couldn't come sailing with me. So when we had to take a decision whether to continue at sea with my job, or then I would be a father who would give love, respect and compassion to our son.
Exactly.
Perhaps less money, but so the decision was loud and clear. It was written all over. We both agreed. I didn't have a job, but I definitely knew I was not going back to my next ship as a captain. So my sea career came to an end. I must say I was enjoying it the most because by then I had 2 years in command, and it was one of the best phases of my life. You start getting your confidence as a captain on ships only after your first or second year.
Of course.
So that's just when I was getting my feet to ground, or rather, feet firm on a ship. I had to say goodbye to my sailing career. But then came a phone call from a mentor, a respected mentor whom I still have very high regard, and I still interact with him. God bless him, he's still in and around UAE. Captain Darius Antia. He gave me a call and asked me to join his company in Sharjah. And that was 2004 summer. And since then, I've been here. It's been 22 years. I've not looked back. And it's been a fantastic 22 years. It's been the longest I've been a resident of, even more than my own country, India. So UAE is more home than home itself to me. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm sure a story full of struggles. So can we know who supported you in this journey?
Well, to start with, I must say it was definitely my parents and my sister, initial days, because my wife wasn't in my life in my earlier career at sea. But then it's been now more than 23 years that I've been married, and my wife has been my biggest supporter, I must say. She's been my companion. Our son has been our motivation for me to get on with it. You know, if you don't have a goal, imagine a football field without a goal post. You'll just be dribbling around a football field. If you have goal on either side, you'll know where to take the ball into the nets. So that goal post is what was given very clearly by our family. We wanted to aspire to give them a comfortable life, our son a good education, so that kept the motivation levels up. So that I would give 100% credit to my to my wife on that and my son, Darian. Of course, my parents are still here. They live at the ranches here. And they're still around and they keep supporting me and feel proud of what I've done.
That's great. Captain, today being a father and a businessman at the same time. I'm sure this is out of the script, but it's a question which I really want to know the answer of. Being a father and a businessman today, how you can balance between all these responsibilities?
It's because of the son being a good son. Had he been somebody who needed more attention, it would have been hard. But let me tell you, he's today working in London, or coming close to 2 years now. He's working as a data scientist. I'm very proud of him. So it becomes easier when you have somebody who has the same focus that you had in life and career. I'm pretty sure he has a better focus than probably I did. But that is how. And in business, I'll tell you how it becomes easy is to have a dedicated team. You met my manager, who's been with us for 18 years. My operation manager has been even longer with us in UAE. So yeah, so it has been the longest, easiest struggle. Of course, struggles come, but then it hasn't been a show-stopping struggle so far.
That's great. Let's speak now a little bit about Constellation Marine Services. So how it begins, how it was established?
Well, Constellation was established in a classroom, believe it or not.
Really?
Yes. In the second year itself, after coming to UAE, I signed up for my MBA, Masters in Business Administration, from a very renowned college here in Knowledge Village. And along the way, they discovered my ability of being a good marketeer, having an international exposure, a reasonably decent language control over 4 distinct languages globally. So it all fell in place, but I did not sign up to an MBA program to become an entrepreneur. I signed up for an MBA program just to do more with my brain than I was doing, because I was already working in a field that I already knew enough about shipping and ships and inspecting them, cargo, logistics. All this was already known to me. But there's always that craving in you. Imagine if you see a nice platter of baklava, you'll always have your eye on that 1 or 2 nice ones you definitely want to put in your mouth, if not everything. But that was the desire. But Constellation Marine conceived after 3 business plans had been ripped off by different professors. The last one, the 3rd business plan, was ripped off by a professor of strategy at my MBA institute. That was on the end of my 1.5 years. Strategy 2 it was. And he ripped it off saying this business plan will not last more than 4 years. Okay. You will run out of what to do in 4 years' time. And a very important question was asked: why are you interested in getting into the entrepreneurial race? And he also threatened me by saying that once you're an entrepreneur, it's like a bloodhounded tiger. You wouldn't want to do anything else but entrepreneurship. You would be redundant as a employee for the rest of your life. Exactly. So I took on that challenge, and the 4th business plan was conceived for Constellation Marine. And Constellation Marine had this vision of being a multinational, multicultural organization. So multinational has been accomplished within the first 3 years. We set up a London office. We set up a branch in Singapore. We have 3 offices in the United Emirates, Arab Emirates. And we have at least 6 nationalities who are involved in ourselves. The vision is coming together, but it by far not complete. There are many more nationalities and many more cultures we would like to bring in. And it's synchronous to what shipping is. Shipping is multinational and multicultural. United Arab Emirates is multicultural, multinational. So like they say, if you are within the grain of what you're doing, if you are in sync with what your surrounding is, success is only a matter of
Exactly.
time, you know. So that is very dear to me. I do not want to do anything that is not within the ecosystem of what we operate. And that, I think, is success. But I'll tell you a little about the word Constellation.
Sure.
So Constellation was my very first company as a cadet that I worked for. It was Constellation Ship Management. And it's a very interesting word because constellation means collection of stars, which old ancient navigators used for direction. And as a navigator, I've studied the star patterns and I know how to read the skies and find my way. So I don't think I'm one of them who'll get lost in the desert. But constellation is very dear. It again is very much synchronous with what I know, what we do as ship navigation officers, as captains. And it has a storyline and it has a lifelong tribute to the company which I started my career with, which was Constellation. So it's a nice circle that's coming around. And I'm grateful for the owners of Constellation Ship Management, the Danjibai family. When I went them to ask them if they have any copyrights on the name, if they have any IP rights, they said they were very proud to have the name revived by one of their own, whom they gave a break, they gave a break in the shipping career. And I was elated. So that was where Constellation was conceived.
That's great. So today Constellation is one of the biggest companies in marine services. So let's speak a little bit about the companies which Constellation is dealing with.
Yes. So ours is an intangible service. In other words, the experience of a service deliverance is after the appointment is confirmed. We go out collecting evidence. It's like a doctor. Once you sign up with the doctor, only after the treatment is complete or the surgery is complete, you will know that the doctor did a good job and the surgery was successful. But you walk into his office with trust and hope that he will do a good job. Exactly like that for us. When somebody sends us for evidence collection or as an expert witness when we appointed, or for our cybersecurity, when somebody appoints us, it is before the service is delivered. So reputation is key. With that, I would say, we work with the largest insurance companies globally, AAA companies, practically all insurance companies in the UAE, because they have small, big claims, tugs, barges, they hit rocks, yachts go up the rocks, people fall, they have personal injuries, there's casualties. So we go out to collect evidence and present a, without prejudice, independent report about the cause, extent and nature of an incident. Exactly like that for cyber. So the risk today is no longer physical risk. There's no fire risk only. There's no physical risk to the hull or to personnel. It's also digital risk. So before COVID, we launched upon our cybersecurity services. We are first responded to a number of insurance companies where if they have a claim reported, we will be the first one to respond to find out the cause, extent and nature of the incident and then report on how it happened, how much is the loss and who pays for it and who should it be recovered from.
That's great. Today, being a chairman of board of directors, I'm sure you have many responsibilities. What do you think any skills should every director have?
Be a nice guy. Be nice. Be nice to people. Be nice to nature, because you owe it to them. You cannot be selfish and say that it happened because I am capable of it. I'm great. No. There is a lot of luck involved. The responsibility that you execute is not something that you will do as a chairman of Constellation's board. I must tell you that I rely heavily on my motivated team. So my job is to keep my team motivated. That is my only and simple, stripped down one point agenda of my responsibility. Because if I say something and if it's not done, I am not going to be where I am. Exactly. Or my vision where it's going to be is not going to be executed. So people matter the most to me, especially in an industry which is highly skilled. Our work is very niche. We need to find the right people. We need to motivate them to do things. So that is very important for success. And that is my primary and only responsibility. Everything else is a far distant responsibility. This is my only prime responsibility, keep my team happy.
Captain, as all sectors have many challenges to face, what's the main challenges which anyone can face in marine sector, and how Constellation today is keeping up with them?
Well, challenges are a way to teach you how to grow, how to mature, how to be patient. So if there are no challenges, life won't be fun, I think. To make life exciting, you need challenges. Now, I'll tell you a few challenges which the marine sector faces. The marine sector faces a huge challenge of trust deficit. Trust deficit, because most of the people that you'll be dealing with are either in another country, there are contracts which are made in place, you'll be hiring a ship through a broker to somebody who is not known to you. So reputation and trust in any international business like maritime is of absolute importance.
Of course.
So we are very careful with that. If anybody is speaking, or I get to know if somebody is speaking unhappily about our team, about our brand, that is when I get involved to find out where the pain point is. So maritime, my view is maritime business has got to be about walking the talk. Today, one of the leading ports in the world are about 20 minutes from here if I drive down from Business Bay. Now that port promises a quick turnaround delivery, promises good service, and delivers it. Do what you say and say what you do.
Of course.
So sorry, it should be say what you do and then do what you say. So exactly. If you say that your ship is going to be turning around that many containers an hour, you make sure that your team and your logistics and your cranes are equipped to deliver that kind of speed. Otherwise, you will not have the reputation that one of the large ports in the Middle East has.
Captain, having more than 20 years of experience, you made this company not only local, you made it global as well. So, what's the vision today? Well,
like they say, a stream has to continue to flow. It cannot be stagnant. Like that, every business should continue to grow. So we don't have any debts, we don't have any partners, I don't take any dividends from the company. I take a salary like all my staff do. So there is remnant profits which get reinvested, and a new vertical is grown, a new service line is initiated, a new office is invested upon. Like you just went and saw the next door office, both the offices are, and we don't compromise on any quality quotient, because our team needs a good view, our team needs a good service and good furniture. So we provide that to our team. So the growth quotient is very important, like it is for every business. So we need to continue to grow, and that is the biggest and the single point agenda. As you'd see, I keep saying I have one leading horse. Every chariot has that one leading horse. There might be 8 other horses pulling the chariot, but the best, healthiest, the most motivated would be right up. So the most motivated single point agenda is growth for our business, like it is for any other, should be for any other business. Of course, there are challenges, like right now the market is what it is, but we've got to overcome those challenges. Sometimes growth is fast-paced, sometimes it's slow-paced.
Depends.
But it has to continue.
Of course. Captain, as mentioned earlier, you have more than 20 years of experience. Today, what's your advice for the younger generation?
Take risks. My advice to the younger generation today is, please take risks. Small risks, big risks, does not matter. Get out of your comfort zone. If you stay where you are, you will only see everything move ahead of you. If you are a small little villa and there are buildings growing around you, you can boast of you being a good villa. There's a quiet person sitting in your little corner, but the world's moved on. So take risks, get out of your comfort zone, but don't do that without experience. You've got to build your foundation. Every tall building, even the Burj, has got a very solid foundation. So don't do it too soon. Your risk is got to be measured. It has to be calculated, but get your initial years of work experience, work under difficult people, hard taskmasters, work for companies that are larger than life, work also for smaller companies which have a small family-like thing, so you environment, so you can understand the difference. Once you taste that flavor, once you understand the big and the small and the bad and the good, you will then have that foundation to be able to springboard into something. Even I started my business after 14 years at sea. That was my foundation years of reading. I learned my leadership as a captain out in the middle of the sea. And then I did my master's in business administration, because at sea, I knew how to be a captain, how to take care of my 27 crew, but I did not know how to run a business. So I did my business education, and that was me building a foundation. And then started Constellation Marine in my mid-30s, and I've not looked back since. So without a good foundation, you cannot build anything on top of it. But do take risks, get out of your comfort zone, work for different companies, get the flavor of life, and then your heart will tell you more than your mind will, that you're ready to take the leap into either a bigger responsibility or get into the entrepreneurial line of doing work for others. As an entrepreneur, you actually do work for others. You rarely work for yourself. You either delegate work or you address customers. So you got to have a giving heart to be a successful entrepreneur, and that is important.
Captain, behind the scenes, you have mentioned that UAE is your second country.
First country. My home country in India, I've not spent as many years as I've spent here. So this is definitely my first country now.
And with this, Captain, we come to the end of our program today. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
It was a nice conversation.
Thank you. I must compliment on your confidence and it will be the easiest interview I've had. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And we thank our audience as well. Stay tuned for the next success story.